Yesterday's song of the day of Despair, Hangover, and Ecstasy by The Doe got me looking at the word ecstasy. And you know, I don't like it. For one, it's disrespectful to the letter X, as that had a golden opportunity for that bad boy to start the word, and it did not do so. Also, SY to end that one. I mean, typically I'm kind of against C being used with the S sound. I'm like, why did we have to do that? But there's a pretty heavy precedent of needing to use that C when you're ending with a Y, or I feel like it's a very common thing to do. I feel like people are going to trip up on the spelling of this super frequently, and when I saw it even, I'm like, did they take like an artistic decision to change this one up, or is that right? And it was right. So it's not right anymore in Wiplish, as it's getting wiped out from English, from my vocabulary from this point forward. My alternative is going to be doing some of the things that I thought should have been done, with also a twist at the end for some thematic righteousness. The word formerly known as ecstasy will now be Extazy. So we get the X in there that I thought should have been. We get a ZY to end, because then we have XYZ all in the word at the end, because it's kind of like when you're in a state of ecstasy, it could be the last moment of your life and you're like, oh my god, it's so great, it's worth it. Or maybe you're so enlightened that it seems like you understand everything or know everything A to Z, just like we have in there. And as I mentioned that the end is kind of all included in Extazy, let's also remember that we're at the end of our journey here. I have made my demands that are on screen right now, and that's what they're going to have to be giving to match kind of the first year of effort that I have given. I'm not going to be stopping trying to get sponsored by them, whether they decide to or not, but the route that I'm going to have to go if they do not is going to be a tumultuous, complicated one. So any help and support you got to finish this thing out would be very appreciated. The one version I am going to maintain that I can still say is Ecstasy, the artist, who spells his name with 2 Ks. Makes a lot of very depressing but wonderful music. Song of the day is Get Well Soon by Oliver Tree. This is off of his most recent album, Cowboy Tears. It's a really cool one. Does a very distinct, interesting thing with the beat to build this one up. Kind of slowly portions off his voice to incorporate that into the instrumental in a fabulous fashion. And I think that this song is really kind of unique and very interesting. Just took a pretty big leap with this style and this sound, and I think that it really paid off. It's a really good one that I love. And I didn't do Ecstasy for a song of the day, but I've done several of his in this series and did it recently. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. But Get Well Soon was one I was vibing with last night, and that I always kind of thought belonged in this series. Then for the video of the day, we have the Steve Jobs died of ligma, and this is using like the characters in The Watchmen, and I find it really, really funny. It's super simple, super stupid, but it's one that has always cracked me up. I think I first got sent this like maybe 2 years ago or something on TikTok, and that was before I even had TikTok. I just kind of stayed away from it. But I'm like, oh damn, that's some really good stuff. And this version does actually use at least close to the variations of the characters' voices in Watchmen, which makes it a lot better. And just a high quality, low quality meme here. Enjoy it. That's what we have, or the daily do. Peace out.